Okay, hello everyone. Dave Rubenstein here. Thanks for joining us for today's SD Time live micro webinar, part of the series we've been doing with ConnectALL. Topic today is managing flow by using value stream management and observability. So as you can see, joining me here today are Lance Knight. He's the president and chief operating officer at ConnectALL, and Sharath Bhaskara, vice president of technical services, also at ConnectALL. Thanks for being here, fellas.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah. So let me just start off with a big question here, which is, why is observability such a critical piece in DevOps and value stream management?
That's an excellent question for Sheriff.
Hey, yeah, I'm trying to get ready to present you a presentation on how observability is important for value stream management. Let me find the window and start sharing my screen.
Dave, I don't know if Sheriff's ready for the casual conversation. You're still in that other presentation
I see.
Mode. Right? Yeah. Right. give me a moment.
Once they go for the slides, you know that it's serious.
It is. It's getting serious now, which is good. I mean, as he's bringing that up, I've often said, why aren't we talking about observability hand in hand with VSM, right? Because really VSM, like I've said in the past, sits on top of the value stream. If you're trying to observe what's happening end to end, shouldn't a VSM platform, help you do that?
Absolutely. Sure.
That was a good segue to your start of your presentation there, Sheriff.
Yes, sir.
Not to put any pressure on you, but this is only a micro webinar, so
yeah.
Dave said a stopwatch.
I am.
Anyway, we have a lot of great. I'm really excited about this topic, just so everybody knows, because it seems to make sense to me, right?
It makes a lot of sense, because we talk a lot about value stream management, and we also talk a lot about monitoring in value stream management. And there is a big confusion in the market about monitoring and observability, right? So if you talk about observability, in mathematical terms, observability is a measure of how well the internal states of a system can be inferred from the knowledge of your external outputs, right? Mm-hmm. So if you talk in terms of value stream management, observability will help you organizations see the bigger picture in the software delivery process. And we believe in ConnectALL that a value stream management system should identify the unknown unknowns by visualizing the artifact relationships, process bottlenecks, deployment patterns, and the usage of your applications, right? Let's take a deeper dive in what we mean by observability in a value stream management, right? With this DevOps tooling explosion, identifying the relationships and dependencies across the systems become paramount, right? You want to track the journey of an artifact from ideation to delivery. So a value stream management platform should have the capability to discover these relationships and present them so that you can understand your journey of your artifacts. At the same time, observability should also help you identify the process bottlenecks. In this specific example, you can see our release cycles are really short, which is like 2.5 days. But the time we are spending on approved and taking it to implementation is way too long, right? And also at the same time, in the flowchart, we are seeing that our flow load is trickling down gradually in the last 2 quarters. It could be because of various reasons, right? It could be because of your attrition. It could be because of your reorganizations. It could be because of your planning cycles, right? But getting insights into these kind of metrics and understanding this flow of the value of your system should help you create actionable insights so that your business value is not hindered. At the same time, when you want to look at your DORA metrics, organizations understand what is the change rate, failure rate, what is the deployment frequency, what is their mean time to recover, right? These are the metrics that are well known in the market, in the DevOps space. But just knowing this metric is not good enough, right? You need to also be able to provide data for the users so that they can take those corrective actions and improve their value streams. And the whole concept of value stream management is not just to measure it, but improve on it, to act on it. And the more data that you can observe and create patterns will help you, the users, to do it. Not just understanding the till the deployment metrics, right? So you also want to go from ideation to the usage analytics, right? And we also believe that value stream management platforms should be able to capture the data from the usage analytics. Once you deploy your product into production, you should be able to capture the user behavior. You should be able to capture the health events, outage events, right? You should be able to capture the impact of the features that you have delivered, which will actually close the gap with your OKRs initiatives and redefine your goals and strategies in your organization. And to conclude, what I mean by observability, or what we think of observability, is a value stream management platform should help you capture the data and visualize it to see the pattern so you can take corrective actions and improve your software delivery value streams, right? Did that touch your points, Lance? What do you think about?
Yeah, so I think so. Yeah, so Dave, observability is one of those things, right? And everybody talks about it, and they talk about you got to be able to observe what's going on in your software delivery processes and what's happening in production, and put all these things together. And I'm just that whole space of making things visible so that you can see things flow, have visibility end to end, is really what that's kind of what I think value stream management is about too. So they really correlate together when people are trying to understand what's going on. And it's all about this other process of how do I understand what's happening so I can do two things: become predictable, reduce risk, understand the things that are happening so that I can create changes, so that I can be more effective and reduce costs if I'm observing what's going on.
Sure.
Well,
it seems to be. It seems to me to be that this is really the underpinning of what the industry is calling continuous improvement. Being able to see your system, see your products, see your processes, and correct them, and find the bottlenecks, find the flaws, find where you're coming up short, fix it, move on, and do it all over again.
Yeah, absolutely. That's value stream management to a T, right? Because it is, and your platforms help with that. Mm-hmm. But there's been this buzz about observability over the last few months, and I've just said, isn't this value stream management really, in a way?
It is totally value stream management,
right?
Absolutely.
Right.
And I think that's what came. So give us 5 minutes, we'll teach you something. Hopefully we've taught a bunch of people stuff about how to think about enhancing their observability initiatives, and that they're trying to be more visible, and that a VSMP can do that.
Right. Exactly. All right. So that's it. We're right up against the time. That's why we call it a micro webinar. Thanks so much for your time. Sharat Baksara, again, Vice President of Technical Services at ConnectALL, and Lance Knight, COO of ConnectALL. Thanks for being here.
Thanks,
Thanks, Dave.
All right. Once again, I'm Dave Rubenstein, Editor-in-Chief of SD Times. So long for now.